What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and when I say another video, it's as if I filmed one recently. It's been years. It's been a year or two since I've done a YouTube video. That last one was like a proper nice cinematic YouTube video collecting my M3, I think it was, which I don't have any longer. The one before that was like a really nice cinematic video picking up my McLaren, which I don't have either. So a bit of an update is in order. Obviously if you're coming from Instagram you know everything anyway, but there might be a few people that are on here that don't follow me on Insta. If you don't, obviously drop me a follow at loads on Instagram. But I thought I'd do a little Q&A thing. I've got to go do a food shop, so you can join me on a food shop. The kids and the missus is out for the day, so man's all alone. Got the old camera out, doesn't really know what he's doing with himself. But let's go on a food shop. Let's do a few Q&As in the car, and then let me get back. And I'll have to edit this thing up, chop it up and get it on YouTube. So yeah, it's been a while. Sorry for the inconsistency. I mean, that's just life, and I've been busy. I'm in a new house, which we've been renovating. It's getting there, it's cost me a fortune. But yeah, it's all coming together, the renovation's happening. But as I said, a lot has changed, hence why I haven't been on YouTube. Been flat out trying to build businesses, trying to make that money, and now we're back. So let's get into the car, let's get to the food shop, let's do a few Q&As in the car. Right, in the garage we go. I've got big dreams for this garage. One day it's gonna be mint. I don't know what I'm gonna need to board it all up, LED the thing out, paint it all. At the moment, we've got a fucking F8 Tributo in here, next to a load of radiators, next to some doors and some more radiators, next to a bike that's leaning against it, probably gonna fall on it at any moment. So yeah, I need to do this garage up at some point, but it's like trying to explain to the missus that I want to do the garage up when she still hasn't got a new kitchen yet. It's not easy. Food shop, there's only one car to take on the food shop, and it is an F8. So that's what we'll be doing. Yeah, as expected. GT4's in the way, which you also haven't seen on YouTube, of course. So I'll move the GT4. The GT4's in the way because got this big old thing on the driveway. Lauren's always wanted a caravan apparently, so we've got a caravan now. We decided to go for pretty much the biggest caravan they had in the shop, which meant it's been crashed. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been crashed. Let me see if I can get this on the camera. Here we have some slight damage from Devon. I think this one might be Cornish, this one's Devon, and then this one is my wall up there. So yeah, thought it'd be cool to get the biggest caravan we could. Realised it's actually a fucker to tow, and now it's damaged. But because that's here on the driveway, it means that the parking lot is rather full. So what I'll do, I'll jump in the GT4, move that, and then we can get the F8 out and get ourselves on the food shop run. You know what they say, more cars, more problems. Let me just give you a quick update whilst we're here, may as well. That's what's on the driveway at the moment. We've got a Mark II GTI, 8 valve, E30, 320i, Land Rover Defender 90, Porsche GT4, and of course, the G63. Now, these two don't start, batteries are dead. Defender starts when it wants to, can't make its mind up. Oh, and of course we've got the Skip, lovely addition, and the caravan. So yeah, let's get on the food shop, let's get going, and I'll answer some Q&As in the car. Like I said, got some Q&As that I did on Instagram, put a poll thing up, and there's loads of questions. Look at this view, can't beat that, can you? The F8 out the back. I mean, it's foggy as fuck, but normally you can see like all of the valley down there. Got some cows and that. Lovely little spot, lovely. Jump in the F8 and we'll get going on the food shop. I'll answer some Q&As and I'll let you know what I think of the F8 Tributo, which has got around 1,000 miles on it now. Picked it up with 150 miles on the clock from HRO in London, and yeah, done a few more since then, taking it to a few cool events, taking it on track in the next week. So yeah, to be fair, you might be saying hello and saying goodbye to the F8 if I'm responsible for taking it on track, which is quite concerning. So let me pull it out, get on our food run. Food run? Food shop run. And I'll answer some Q&As. I watch a lot of car vloggers and that, yeah? Where do these people put their camera? Oh, I think they have GoPros, don't they? So it mounts to the window. Right, let me figure out where this is gonna go. The camera's hanging upside down. Oh shit. Right, we've had an absolute shocker. Can't use the camera whilst I'm driving because it just shakes like fuck. Now it's real dark as well. So I thought, oh, you know what? I'll just I'll do a quick YouTube video on the way to the food shop, speak whilst I'm driving there, do the food shop, come back, and then I've not lost any time. But now I've had to stop. How's that? I've had to stop to be able to do the Q&A segment on the way to the food shop. Otherwise, when we get home after the food shop, this video would simply be me pulling the car out of the fucking garage. So let's do a quick Q&A, answer a few questions. Hopefully I haven't given you motion sickness from all of this. Honestly, the gear is not good. The gear is not good. We've got some old handle thing. Put a thing on Instagram asking any questions, blah 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 blah, as I usually do on Instagram. So I thought I'd jump on here quickly, answer a few of them, integrate it into the YouTube video that was supposed to be really efficient and not waste any of my time, but now we're just going to do this out in a car park. So let's answer a few questions. First one, best phone and laptop. Now, I've always used Apple, never used Android from as far as I can remember, so I would say any iPhone that works relatively okay in terms of speed wise, in terms of being able to use socials and stuff like that, so probably iPhone 8 onwards, I guess. So I would say iPhone, and then laptop, same again. I've only really ever used MacBooks since I started the business. Well, funny story. I started my first brand, how long ago was it now? Probably like 9 years ago or something. Lauren, my partner, I've been with for 6 or 7 years or something like that now. So she was very much with me at the beginning whilst I was skint trying to build this brand. So anyway, for a birthday present, she thinks, oh, he wants a MacBook. I'll get him a MacBook. So she then buys me a MacBook, but signs up to a payment plan for it under my name and card. So I then had to pay monthly for a MacBook that, yes, I wanted, but I had actually been given as a gift. So yeah, that was Lauren. That's classic Lauren, should we say. So yeah, I've had MacBooks for as long as I can remember as well in terms of running a business, and having the iPhone and the MacBook together obviously works in conjunction quite well. Being able to do AirDrop and shit like that is just helpful. So I would say a MacBook and a phone. Again, you can just get a MacBook Air, a second-hand one, as long as it's not real slow and shit, that will be fine. And obviously you could pick up a new one and get your missus to put you on a monthly plan and pay for it yourself as a present, like I did. So yeah, best phone and laptop, I'd go iPod, don't go iPod, I'd go iPhone and MacBook of some description. Okay, next question, best socials to use for building a brand. Now, in terms of building a brand, if you're within my coaching, you'd know that that's my main focus. The main thing we focus on is building a brand, building that social proof, and really aiming for that long-term stable income. So the best socials for doing so, I would say, is still Instagram. Instagram is just such a visual platform, and the good thing when building a brand on a visual platform is you can really get all that content together that's going to surround your brand with the identity that you want around it, so you can really focus on what you want your brand to look like and portray that perfectly in front of your customers. So in terms of the ability to find new customers within the app, obviously that helps, but the best social to use for really building the brand, I would say, is Instagram, because you can really pull all that content around the brand, all those pictures from the customers. You can really just focus on that visual approach, which I think personally is the best way to build a brand, visually pulling it all together, running the numbers up, running the engagement up, and just making that brand look as established and as premium as possible, so that you can really focus on that long-term brand profit. So yeah, I would say the best social to use is Instagram. Obviously, you can use places like Facebook to build reviews on, so that when they click onto the Facebook page for the brand, they can see that there's a load of 5 stars on there. That will help. You can use Snapchat to show kind of behind the scenes of the brand, for example. Now, if you go back like to my other 50 YouTube videos, they're 3-4 years ago, me sat there all sweaty in my little home office that I had at the time, trying to build what I've got now, so it's all paid off, but videos are a bit cringe. However, if you go back through them, I have videos on all these different topics, because what I would do is I'd put up a thing like this, I'd get a question, and I'd use that one question to make a whole YouTube video, and that was kind of what I did. So I'm sure I've got other videos on best socials to use and stuff like that, so if you go through, I'm sure you'll find them. But yeah, you can use Snapchat to show the back end of the brand, the behind the scenes, if you're doing like little photo shoots, stuff like that. There's different ways of using different socials to leverage different areas of that brand presence. But all in all, Instagram's my favorite place to be. Build that following up, build that engagement up, get all that content out there, and just build the most solid brand possible. Going on from there, ties in quite nicely. What is social proof and how does it work? So, social proof in essence is the difference between looking at a brand that's got 10 followers and 3 likes on 3 pictures, and looking at a brand that's got 100k followers, 450 pictures with 1,000 likes on each photo. That instant feeling you get when you look at that brand that's got the following, got the authenticity with the engagement, compared to that feeling you get when you're looking at this little startup that's got no followers and no engagement. That feeling you get, that's social proof. So being able to look at something and think, yeah, shit, that's established, that looks cool. Oh wow, they follow it, so it must be decent. Oh, look how many likes they've got, it must be good. All those little things that happen in your brain when you see a brand which has engagement and has that following, that is social proof. And being able to leverage that yourself, so you've got a brand that has that followers and has that feeling that when people see it on socials like Instagram, and they see it with all those followers, to be able to get people to feel that way is a powerful thing to be able to then leverage for further sales and to just build that long-term brand like I was just talking about. That is in essence what social proof is. It's a following, it's engagement, it's proof that socially people follow that brand, and it has that social proof power that people look at that brand and they think, yeah, shit, that's a decent brand. So that's what it is, that's how it works. It helps you build further sales, it gives you that selling power so that people look at it and think, yeah, I will step over the edge and make a purchase, because they've got all this engagement, they've got all these followers, and that's how it works, and that's what it is in essence. It's what you want to be working towards. So if you're building anything in terms of a brand, in terms of any sort of business, you need social proof, and that's got to be a big focus. Is a laptop a must, or can this be started from a phone with relative ease? So I always say that initially a phone is okay. I don't want there to be a massive barrier to entry when it comes to start a business, because it's hard enough kind of learning how to do it and learning how to make the sales. Is this on a wonk the whole time? Potentially. So in terms of barrier to entry, there doesn't need to be a massive barrier to entry. Most people have a phone, most people have a smartphone in some respect. So I would say that you can start the business, start the brand without a laptop. Now that will make life a little bit harder if you're not working with me. If you're working with me and I'm doing the website setup and I'm coaching you through it all, you'll be okay without a laptop until the sales start flowing, because I've built your website for you. If you have to build your own website and you're not working with me, then it's going to be a little bit trickier on the phone. I've never done it personally. I'm assuming it's probably possible, because you can pretty much do on a phone what you can on a laptop. It's just graft. So it would be possible to start without a laptop. However, if you're not working with me on a setup, it's going to make your life a lot harder. I would literally just try and find a £100–200 laptop just to be able to do that admin, or go into a library, or I don't even know how those things work anymore, but I'm sure you can like rent a laptop or rent the ability to use a laptop or computer. Put some time in to build your website, and then once you've got your website, you basically just need your phone. The laptop is then there for admin, processing orders and all that kind of thing, which is why I say that we can get the one when the orders start flowing if you're working with me on a setup, as I sort the website for you. So yeah, you can start with the phone. It won't be with relative ease. It will make life a little bit trickier, but it's possible. I've got a lot of like reply to my DM, so I guess just putting out there, I have a lot of DMs. It's just me. I don't pay someone to go through my DMs and do it for me. So it does take a lot of time to get through to people, because obviously I can't just spend my life plugging through DMs, chatting away. However, I try my best. So if you are in my DMs and you're waiting for a response, I will get back to you. It's not as bad as it used to be. I used to have thousands of requests, but let's just stay on top a little bit better now. So it's not that mental. Is it just dropshipping you do? From Sean, and no, it's not. Dropshipping and e-commerce in a whole is still my main business. However, I've managed to kind of branch off and do other things now. Recently, I've started I don't know how to really, it's kind of a weird business I never thought I'd get into, and it's kind of just happened from knowing the right people and getting asked the right questions. But it's kind of a sourcing business where I've managed to source certain products for certain people, and I've built a business around that for people that need certain product. I've managed to source them, and that's a business that I've recently started, and that's going well straight off the bat just due to the right connections. And then I've got other businesses like my coaching business, my setting up of website business. I've recently just started another business with a friend of mine that I'm not going to go into too much, but it's a new business that I've got years of experience within, just never packaged it into a business before. So that's going to be a new one which I'm doing with a friend, which will be exciting. And then I've also got views on other businesses that I want to start soon. As soon as my house is sorted and fully renovated and drained me of all my money, I'm then going to start again and get into the property business in some regard. Now, it's not going to be as intense as some people get into it. I'm not going to try and be leveraging other people's money and stuff like that. I'm going to be using my own money, but I'm going to be building a property business on the back of that. So that's going to be another thing that I'm getting going. But yeah, I'd say at the moment I've kind of got 4 or 5 income streams altogether. I've got other little things from over the years that are still bringing in money. But e-commerce as a whole is still my main business model. It's the only one that I know well enough to be able to teach within. I've got a lot of people that are like, oh, back when I was making money doing random other stuff over the years, oh, can you teach me how to do that? You seem to be doing well. And it's like, I don't feel confident or comfortable charging for a service to teach someone something that I don't fully understand myself. So that's why dropshipping is still the only business that I currently coach within and teach. It's because it's the thing that I've been doing for so many years. It's the thing that I have that deep knowledge within, and the confidence within myself and my ability to be able to coach within it and sell that as a service, as you have to be confident to be able to do so. So yeah, it's the only thing that I do which I teach, but I do other things that I can't teach because I don't fully have it nailed down to the point where I can package it into a service and sell it on to you guys. So yeah, moving on. Do you trade any ETFs? What's an ETF? Let me have a quick look. What is an ETF? It's a basket of securities you buy or sell through a brokerage. No idea. No idea what that is. I don't know much about the whole trading side. I've got an investment portfolio, which is stocks packaged in to a deal, which should bring me a certain amount of % return every year, and that's set up purely for my kids. I've got 2 daughters, Indy and Piper, and that's what I've got an investment fund set up for. I don't know what an ETF is. That might be ETFs I invest in. I have no idea. It's just something that a lot of people invest into that should compound yearly, and I'm not going to look at it until they're 18. I've got money going in there every month, and then when they're 18 I'll have a look at it. If it's loads, I'm keeping it to myself and I'm buying a yacht. I'm joking, they can have it, I guess. It depends what they want to do with it, but that's the idea. I'm not sure if it's an ETF. I don't know what that is. I've never traded a penny, as some of you might know. There's a lot of questions here about like, do you trade Forex? How do you trade Forex? I don't trade Forex. I've never traded it. I've been offered over the years several times different opportunities to be an affiliate for a brokerage and sell this kind of Forex thing, but however profitable that might be, not really my vibe. I don't really want to be doing that. So yeah, I've never traded Forex. I don't do any of that affiliate stuff. Let's answer a couple more and then I need to crack on with the food shop. So, is the customer always right when it comes to returns and getting their money back, question mark? It depends obviously on the circumstance and on the situation. Within my mentoring, I cover all of the kind of social strategy to keep people chill and calm when it comes to dropshipping, as it can take a couple weeks or a few weeks for the parcel to get delivered. So I cover all social strategy to keep people calm, keep people happy waiting for their product. And again, let's go back to the social proof. If you've got that social proof and you've got a really cool brand, people don't mind about waiting a couple of weeks for a package because they want to buy into the brand. It's not like they've gone onto Amazon and they've got a product that they need the next day. They want to buy from you because they want to buy from the brand. And that's when the social proof comes in. Super, super important on so many different levels, in so many different variables. Social proof is the main thing we come back to every single time, that keeps people happy, keeps people buying, keeps you able to sell at a decent price for a decent profit. So yeah, in terms of the customer always being right, I guess that's the motto, isn't it? But they ain't, are they? They're never right, really. You do have to do returns and refunds. However, I usually say not to do a return and just do the refund depending on the order size and how many you're getting, just because life's so much easier. Then you don't have to get a load of product sent to your house or have the awkwardness of getting a customer to send it back to the warehouse. Usually better to just swallow the refund and get that done. But again, it depends on your situation and how many you've got happening. So yeah, in terms of customer service as a whole, I cover that within mentoring, teach you how to manage it efficiently and be effective when running it. Last question. I want to get involved. So I have a few of these, kind of how can I get started, when can we get going, let's go man, I'm ready finally. Loads of these different questions asking to get started with me. So if you do want to get to work, just fire me a DM on Instagram saying hello or winning or how or some bullshit like that. Basically just send me a DM asking me what it is I do, how you can get started. I can spend some time getting back to you, answer some questions, obviously dive deep into it with you, make sure it's a good fit for you, and we can go from there. But we'll wrap that up as a Q&A for now. I'm going to get on with the food shop and I'll catch up with you guys afterwards. Here we have a crucial parking tip when parking at Waitrose due to the average age and the door slamming abilities of such patrons. So let's go grab some food shopping. That's how we're leaving the car. See if anything comes over the tannoy. Can the man in the red Ferrari move his car, because Edith isn't very happy. Anyway, I divulge. I do some food shopping and then I'll catch you shortly. Right, here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Quavers, flowers for the missus as usual, not just because I'm filming a video, promise I get them every time. And we've had to spill into the inside as well. Don't know if I can afford to put fuel in the car after that light. Fucking ridiculous. Right, I'm gonna get home now, sweating. I had a nice chat with the bloke just then and his little boy about the car, and let's get on our way. I would film and chat, but as you see from the footage, it was like that's all fucked. So I'll get home and then check out with you guys there. Right, home ladies and gentlemen, home. Can unpack the car, jump on the laptop and edit this video up, try to get it up the same day. Hopefully I've had the ability to waffle continuously so that I don't have to chop it up too much and edit it up too much. That'll make my life a lot easier. But just for the people that follow me that are into the cars, because I know that there's quite a few people into their cars that follow, I thought I'd break down the F8 quickly, how I found it. Obviously prior to the F8 I had the 570S. Well, let's start from the beginning. Had the R8 manual, 2008 or whatever, the older model, and then I went from there to a brand new McLaren 570S, which was a massive jump. From there I moved over to Ferrari, where I got a 488 GTB in a lovely grey colour. If you follow me on Instagram you would remember it. And then from there I've moved on to the F8. Now the F8 is essentially the updated model of the 488, so it shares a lot with the 488, however it's just a better car, which is obviously what represents the increase in value. Now there's things that are good about the car and there's things that are bad. So in terms of how I found it, I've loved it. I think it's amazing, ridiculously comfortable. The tech in there is great because obviously the 488 had the older tech. This has got the Apple CarPlay, stuff like that. The only downside that I can see at the moment, apart from the value of the thing, the cost, which is quite large, is the sound. It doesn't sound as good as the 488. Obviously it's got all the OPF filters and stuff like that in there, and just generally doesn't sound as good. Now saying that, it's ridiculously quick, so it feels a lot faster than the 488. It feels a lot more special, like I said, a lot more comfortable, a lot more drivable. It's just the sound, it just doesn't sound as mental. Apart from that, ridiculously good car. Really impressed with it. Kind of one of those cars that I don't really know what to go to next. In terms of the brand Ferrari, I kind of want to stay there, but there's nothing that interests me more than what that does. In terms of the way it looks, in Rosso Scuderia, just looks ridiculously good. So yeah, don't really know what I'll go to next. I'm just going to stay with it for a bit and continue to enjoy it. But yeah, that's just my little 2 pence on the F8 Tributo. Extremely good car, really impressed, and definitely recommend if you're in the market for one. So yeah guys, I'm going to wrap the video up there. A little come shop with me at Waitrose, a little Q&A, provide a little bit of value hopefully, and just a chance to show you guys the F8. So let me know in the comments if you want to see another video. It's not hard for me to do the video, it's just editing it up, and I guess one of you comment below if you want to edit them for me, because that would make my life a lot easier and I can pump these out. Sorry for the inconsistency, was just going to start a new channel but thought I've got a few thousand subscribers, so I may as well use the old channel. So drop a comment if you enjoyed and if you want to see more videos. And yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm going to do some cash giveaways, AirPod giveaways, maybe some MacBook giveaways on this channel. So just make sure that you're subscribed, you're locked in, you leave likes and comments and all that kind of stuff, because essentially you're the ones that are going to be winning those prizes. So yeah, thank you guys for the love on Instagram as usual, and thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you stayed to the end. If you did, congrats, and I'll catch you on the next one.